Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I was planning on showcasing another ball python that I have in my rack back here. But unfortunately, she's in deep shed, so we're gonna forego that video, and I'm gonna showcase another animal that's part of my collection, part of Headhunter Exotics, and gives me a lot of joy in breeding. And these are my ASFs. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and dive on in. Hi guys, before we dive into this video, I want to give a big thanks to two people that made ASF breeding possible for me when I made that decision to raise my own feeders for my reptiles. And the first person is Shannon out of Big Springs, Texas. He was a gentleman I found online that was willing to sell me some. The dilemma I ran into was getting them here to me here in South Texas. He was more Northwest Texas. And the second person is a good friend of mine. His name is Steve Rodriguez here in Corpus Christi, Texas. He just was so happened to work in that area, and he did me the favor of meeting up with Shannon to pick up these ASF rats. Shannon, on the other hand, man, wonderful guy. He ended up, my intentions were to buy 2 males, 6 females, and break them up into 2 colonies and start from there, grow them up and start them from there. He didn't have any breeding colonies ready, so he sold me weaned and charged me $25, gave me 15 weaned rats. I broke them up into really 4 colonies and 1 pair, and from there they've been thriving. So let's go ahead and look at the colonies that I've already established, the growers that I have growing up, and future colonies that I'm already establishing. Okay, the first colony or pair I'm going to introduce you to is this is Larry's on the left, Nancy's on the right. As you can see, she's feeding her litter. These are the only 2 that I received in the original 15 that I bought from Shannon. They are called ruby-eyed. They also call them fawns. They call them argente. They call them ambers. And the reason they call them ruby eyes is because of, you could see Larry's red eye, his red eyes right there. That's why they call them ruby eyes. They are saddlebacks or pieds, as they call this, the markings on their back. They're just like saddles. They're only in this area right here, and that is the only ones that I have that I received from the original 15 that were this color. So I paired them together. Luckily, it was 1 boy, 1 girl. And let's move on to the next. Okay, in this next colony is a pair of my cinnamons. Now these are a pair of cinnamons, but it's 1 male, 2 females. The male is on the right hand side, I believe. Yeah, that is that right there is Curly, and the 2 females are on the left hand side. As you can see here, there's 2 litters right here. Those are fixing to get weaned, maybe about another week. And I'll wean them, put them in the grow out bin, and then you can see the little pinkies in there. They were just born. These are Saddleback Pines cinnamons. This is 1 of 2 colonies that there was 1 of 3 colonies, but I'll explain why I only have 2 now. But that is Curly with the 2 females. Okay, and this is my second colony of cinnamons. That is Luca. He is my male. This is a female, and this is the other female. She's right here, about to feed her little babies. This little litter that she had. What are you doing? Get over here. She's real curious.
but they don't ever run off. I mean, you see them how they get like that because this is their safe place, so they really don't venture too far from it. Every time that I have them, on me or whatever, people that seen me work with my ASFs, I could pick them up, I could put them on my shoulder. They won't jump off. I could walk around with them, and like I said, they won't jump off or anything. But when I get back to their tubs and I open them up, they'll crawl down my arm and jump right back into their tubs. I mean, these guys are awesome. Like I said, man, these guys are a joy to breed. I really love them. But I'm going to go ahead and leave them alone because I know they're fixing to feed their babies. Okay, so this is my second ASF cinnamon colony. Like I said, that's Luca. That's the male of this colony. And let's get on to the others. This is my agoutis. These are the only colony that I have are agoutis at the moment. That is my male, that's Mo. These are the two females. They are very nice. I don't have a problem with them. As you can see, I pet them, and they're very good. Always stick my hand in here, let them smell me. And they do have a litter back there, and that will be at least 1 or 2 colonies of those will be the future colonies of the agoutis. You could see how that one's a little older. He was the only one that survived from the last litter of a first-time mom, but it seems like they got the hang of it. I've had one other. This is the 3rd litter. The one that's the biggest out of all those, he was from the 2nd litter. I got another litter as well that kind of grew up, and I got it in a separate tub. But these are my agoutis, Saddleback Pines, and they're just, like I said, they're a joy to breed. They're very funny. They make me laugh. So those are my agoutis, and that was Mo. He's the male in that group. Okay, now this colony right here is going to be an established colony right here that I'm starting. This is from one of my cinnamon colonies. It's 1 male, 3 females, and I'm doing this one as a cinnamon because of the 3rd colony they originally had was 1 male, 3 females, but they never mated, and I believe because there was a dominant female in there that would bully the male and kind of scared him. And it happens. The females seem to be more aggressive than the males, but like I say, I work with these guys, and I've never been bitten by any one of my colonies. Like I said, I just let them smell me and build up that trust, and then I work with them. But these right here, I'm planning on trying to breed like a high white ASF, and these are my cinnamon Saddleback Pines. And this will be one of the future colonies, since I already have 2 cinnamon colonies already established. And let's move on. Alright guys, this right here is another colony of Ambers, Rubii, Saddleback Pines that I'm growing up. It's 1 male, 3 females. I haven't named this colony yet. Like I said, I'm still working with them, just trying to build their trust. Basically, that's all I'm doing, and I'll continue to work with them to get them more socialized and more used to me. But that is another colony that I have growing up. Let's go on to the next. All right, this colony is not really a colony yet. These are 4 females of my agoutis, and basically what I'm gonna do is split them up. Hopefully with the new agoutis coming in that were just born, I could make 2 separate colonies, maybe 1 male, 2 females, and get these guys going, because I only have 1 agouti colony at the moment. And like I said, just trying to get, my idea is to get at least 3 colonies of each type of ASFs that I got going here, and then just stick with that. So it'll probably be maybe 12 colonies max, I guess. Okay guys, and this is my grow up tank. This is where my grow outs are. These are my feeders. You know, unfortunately, I got some up here that like to hang out top of this water bottle that I have hanging here with the wire. But basically, these are my feeders. I'm growing up. And man, these guys are funny. As soon as the lights go out, it's party time for these guys. But the same thing with them. Even though they are my feeders, I do stick my hand in there, let them smell me, so they won't feel threatened every time I reach in to grab something, or to change their food bowl, or to change their water bottle, whatnot. But these guys are real funny to watch, man. I could watch these guys all day. They make me laugh. All right, guys. You know, this is one thing that I do want to show everybody. You know, they say that ASFs, they're chewers, that they'll chew through anything. If you know what this is, it's just a Sterilite tub from Walmart. You know, nothing special. And this is where I started my colonies in. I got the lid, cut a hole in it, and you could only see in the corners is where I have the wire tied. The metal cloth. See that little hole? That's where I would stick the bottle. Basically, this is what it looks underneath. The only thing they ever chewed were these tabs right here, but that was it. They never really chewed out of the tub. It has these little corners right here, whatever, but as you can see, they never chewed out of it. Basically, if you looked at the tubs that I had my ASFs in, you know, a lot of people say that ASFs are chewers. They'll chew through anything. I'm telling you that mine, the way I've socialized them and worked with them, and just I would sit there and just look at them and read their body language and try to understand them, the way I saw them, and how they would feel if I was, you know, how would I feel if I was in their situation and somebody huge was sticking his hand in my home, or trying to pick me up or whatever. So I took steps to socialize them so they could get used to me by letting them smell me. These rats, that's one of their biggest ways where they communicate is by smell. That's how they identify who's friend and who's foe, is through smell. And that's one of the reasons you see me, and as I was explaining in my video, why I placed my hand in there. I've yet to be bit by any one of my colonies. Now I do read their body language, and you know, just like with any animal, they have their good days, they have their bad days. And that's, you know, as an owner, as a pet keeper, we need to understand our animals a little bit more than just breeding them, than just having them in racks. I mean, we need to spend that time with them. You know, I have snakes in my racks that some of them aren't socialized, or their temperament's a little, you know, they're little firecrackers. And I just want to understand them more of why they're so defensive and stuff. And they're coming around little by little just with working with them. But guys, that was my video for today, for showcasing my ASFs. Like I said, man, there's a lot more that I got to share with you guys, and they're going to come in more videos in the future with my ASF colonies. Like I said, they're a joy to breed. They don't smell at all, and that was one of the reasons that I decided to breed these rodents opposed to mice and opposed to Norwegian rats. They're good parents. They're in tight little knit groups. You can pick them up, you can pet them.
You know, there's a lot of things that they say about ASFs, and I have not found any of those to be true. A lot of the negative stuff, because and I'll show you all that in future videos. But like I said, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Like I said, little by little, that number is growing. Guys, this is my journey into this hobby, and I'm going to bring to you steps that I'm taking that hopefully will help you guys out, because I learned a lot from a lot of other people. They told me their mistakes, what they wish they could have done different as, you know, getting into this hobby, and I've kind of taken those to heart, and I try not to make those same mistakes or the decisions they made that they regret, you know. So that was very good information for me, and I appreciate all their knowledge that they've shared with me, guys. And I just want to relay that knowledge to you guys of the different stuff that I pick up, what works for me, because what necessarily might work for me might not work for you. But hey, at least it gives you a blueprint on more or less how to go about doing certain things in this hobby. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all new subscribers. I appreciate all my old subscribers, guys. Thank you for the continued love and support. You guys are awesome. And guys, with that being said, peace, love, and God bless.